All right. So, welcome to Augmenting the Human Party. And the first thing that I want to talk about is the journey of us, the creatures of the earth, the creatures of Mother Nature. Because, man, have we been on a fascinating journey since the time that we emerged from the womb of Mother Earth. We have built buildings that have the ability to scrape the sky itself. And we, the humans, have actually been able to move beyond the reach of the skies, to be able to touch celestial and heavenly beings like the moon. And not only that, we have used viruses as vehicles to explore the brain. Those of you that know me know that I love herpes simplex virus number 1. And the reason why is because I'm a proud parent host. Herpes right now is sitting in audience through my nervous system as we speak. And believe it or not, scientists have used herpes to explore the brain, to advance neuroscience. And we, the humans, have contemplated multiple dimensions of reality. So we have done amazing, breathtaking, beautiful things. But along that way, we have also done many other things. We have perhaps some of the biggest GDP right now that the history has ever known. And one question that recurrently appears in my mind is, what does all of this production and consumption really even mean? Do we need all this production and consumption to be happy, to be human? Or is it not that essential for our being? So fundamentally, the question I'm asking in my own research, but in my life, is who are we? Where are we going? What is the human journey? And what is the human identity? Are we just animals at the end of the day? Or are we creatures that transcend the world of animals? Is that a good thing? Or is that a bad thing? I don't have the answers. I have no idea. But these are things that I want to discuss with each of you who have fascinating life perspectives. And then the next question is, how do we build a human destiny that truly reveals the depth of what humanity is able to do, hopefully in concert with the nature upon which we live? Now, this is an important time in our lives because we, as humans, are pregnant. We are pregnant with the next era of humanity. And I kind of forgot to do this, but I was going to be pregnant with this and give birth to it. But here is our baby. The next era of humanity is that with technology. And like any mother, we need to start thinking about how can we create the perfect environment for this new baby that we're creating. And we have to go through a journey to understand our souls and who we are and how we need to work so that this baby turns out to be a beautiful creature that really has a beneficial role in the world. Now, one underlying question is, how do we motivate the collective humanity, the public, to have these discussions? And in my mind, perhaps there was a time when science was about philosophy and dreamers. But I feel now science has become too esoteric. It's become too far away from the daily life of people. And what we need to do is merge it into the narratives, the dreams, and the myths of every single person around here. And the way that I propose to do that is by events like this, where we have elements of reality, but also are a little bit ridiculous. And we have a birthing ceremony so that it becomes sort of saturated in your memories. So the way I'm trying to do it is I'm trying to take my research, which is the next phase of that's going to be augmenting the human, and I'm trying to weave that into my personal narrative, which is called Somniland, which I'll describe in a second. And then I'm inviting all of you to participate. So Somniland is my mythical universe, and it was created during a time of deep self-hatred, and also a time when I felt there was a lot of external hatred out in that world focused on me. And Somniland was this little universe in which I incubated myself and created this symbolic identity that is me and my expression.
Do you want me to press that so that you don't move? When you
actually
move,
have a
then
clicker
it makes
too.
a sound.
I have a clicker.
Yeah, might be better.
Maybe I can stand over here.
Yeah.
So Somniland, if you look, and this is actually a good one. So Somniland, the basic idea is it takes elements of reality which is what is on the top over here. And it consumes that reality, like these presentations, ideas, thoughts, nature. It digests it through this creative cycle over here, and then it sort of gives birth to new ideas. And that's essentially what Zombieland is supposed to represent. So, in conclusion, what this sort of event is supposed to mean is part one, reality. Presentations from people who have thought about augmenting the human. Part two, digestion of this reality. We're going to socialize, but that socialization has a rule. I don't want you talking to someone that you know, that you feel comfortable with. And this is part of my American Identity series too. The notion that we really actively as a community need to meet people that are fundamentally different. So if I see you talking with people that you know, I'm going to lightly criticize you because I really want you to talk to people you don't know. If you see someone who's shy, pull them into your group. If you want to be absorbed into a group, in this party there's no such thing as interruption. You just go up there and you talk, and that's welcome in the rules of socialization in this party. And finally, the part three will be the birthing ceremony, where we take the digested ideas of part two, which are going to be represented on post-it notes and an artistic medium, and then we're going to incorporate that into the ceremony.